Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night. Is my mic on?
Hi, guys.
That sounds weird.
Laura's here. Your mic is on.
Just a quick hi.
Hi.
I just want to let you know, every time I pop up on Juan Epstein, I get tweets and people are like, come back some more. And
That's
I'm
amazing
like,
because I get no tweets about the show. I'm glad you do.
You guys,
somebody got it.
do you guys ever search your name?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Of course I do.
Really?
You know what's weird? I've noticed on Twitter recently, my at replies, like during the show this morning, I had one at reply after this conversation we had. I was like, I thought more people would at me about this. And then when I searched my name instead, I saw way more tweets which were added to me. But it didn't come up in my regular at replies.
That's happened to me before too. It's weird.
I don't understand
algorithm
it.
and shit. I don't like algorithms because like certain people on your Instagram, like it only shows you like certain people. I guess maybe if you liked a lot of their photos.
But
I hate that. I want everyone I follow to pop up on my shit.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird with Twitter too. There's something going on there. Anyway, Ciph and Laura, we're just talking about Laura. Trying to find gigs for Ciph that I don't even know where
Overseas?
half the time. I can't. He's not in town for a day.
Well, I
2 days
just got
straight.
back from Belgium and from Paris, and I did some parties, and it was super lit. So
Yes.
I'm trying to hook Ciph up out there. I know he'll kill it.
He definitely would. And I want Ciph to retire from DJing.
He's never going to retire
Why?
from DJing. It's
I
his
want him to
favorite
retire.
thing.
Oh my God!
It's not
I
his
did a
favorite
party at Kinfolk in Williamsburg on
Yes, I
Saturday.
saw that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was so fun.
What was
It's
the party?
It's a sweat box in there,
Yeah,
right?
every
It's fun, though.
every Saturday,
Who's
DJ
party? is it?
Wait, that's Soul's party.
Soul's
yeah,
party,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
and then he once a month I think he has Max Glazer, so he brought me in too because I went there to hang out like last month.
Oh,
and
you
I
guys
met the
had a
girl Nikki.
reunion.
I didn't like a reunion, but it was mad fun.
cute.
Like just
Well, no, I support Ciph doing gigs like that. You should always do your occasional cool
fun.
ass shit. But I want Ciph to. I've decided. It's my own.
International Ciph is probably amazing.
Well, no, international. That's different.
I
If he
gotta
has
go international.
No, you don't.
Yes, you
No, you
do.
don't. You
The
don't.
world is there to see.
Yes,
No, I know.
it is.
Hold on, Laura.
I'm all about that. Travel, see the world.
He did it.
I can
It's
show
already
you
happened.
the
Hold on.
world.
He's been almost everywhere.
No,
He's
I've been
DJ'd.
a lot of places.
He's never been to Thailand. We're trying to make that happen, or Belgium.
I want to
Two
go to
places.
Asia right now.
So you want to
because-
keep him distracted and not let him actually pursue what he wants to do. He wants to get a
What do you
TV
mean?
show. He wants to be on stage doing comedy every night. Now you
do
want him
that
to DJ
too.
over the... No, you're not.
What
No,
do you
you're
mean?
not.
I
Because,
do it. I do it every other night.
but name someone at a very high level who's doing two
I gotta
things
go.
that are...
I gotta go. I'm getting death stares. My producer. Bye, guys. Love you.
Okay, go to your Portland
What is
show.
she going to do?
The,
Portland.
the Portland radio show that I'm not included on.
Stick those voodoo donuts up your twat.
What? You can't just yell that out the window.
Why?
By the way, we're supposed to have Jadena as a guest, and I'm guessing Ebro's just talking to him in the hallway. Is that what's happening?
I probably looks like it.
Should I go yell out there and just be like, yo, I need him in here, not you building on... Ebro's talking about how they should go back to Africa. And
Oh, they're going back to Africa.
Hold on.
Are they doing belly too?
Tell a story, yeah.
Tell a story. I feel pressure. I feel pressure right now. Hold on. Rosenberg's at the door. Rosenberg's wearing a pair of hard bottom shoes today, brown shoes. I guess he's doing some kind of I hope he's doing some kind of event where he has to dress up and he's not now just wearing brown shoes with jeans on a regular basis, because that would be fuckfacery. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
I was talking about your brown shoes.
Oh, I love these shoes.
Are those for an event today, or you just wear them regularly?
I'm kind of like still packed from my trip, from coming back this weekend, so they were just what was sitting next to my bed.
Okay, so fuckfacery is correct.
What? No, how did you describe it?
I said if you're just wearing them for no reason,
Oh, that it's fuckfacery?
fuckfacery, yeah.
I'm kind of down on sneakers this last couple weeks.
Oh, really?
I'm annoyed. I'm having a little fuck sneaker. I just got back from All-Star Weekend, and the fact that I still see adults standing online at a Jordan thing, it makes me want to revolt against just everything for sneakers.
Okay, so you played basketball in your brown shoes?
No, guess what I wore? I wore these sort of repug James Harden Adidas that they gave me, and I didn't give two shits. I put them on, and I said, I had Kyrie Irvings with me, which are much cooler sneakers, and I was like, these feel comfortable. I don't give a shit. I'm going out and wearing them. Listen, I'll be back. There's no doubt I'll be back to sneakers fully. Okay. But I'm having a moment.
Have your moment
where I went out and I got 3 suits custom made.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hello, where'd you get them made?
I met some. One of these guys who does these things. Yeah. You give them measurements, and then I guess they order them from China or whatever. How they do it. So I get. You know what? There's a perfect conversation for at least a few minutes with Jadena because he, I think, has everything custom made. So I had these suits custom made, and it felt amazing. Like I put on the suits.
Yeah.
And like, first of all, Ciph, you don't like to wear suits very often.
I never wear suits.
I know I've seen you wear a suit. You've never seen you wear hard bottoms.
Never wear hard bottoms.
But you wear suit. I've seen you in a suit before.
I wear a jacket and a tie.
Okay.
And then some pants. I wouldn't call that a suit.
So when I got the custom suit made, it felt and looked so good on me because it was made to my awkward body type properly that I was like, oh, I could kind of enjoy this as a little, a new phase.
Yeah.
To wear these sometimes.
Suit phase.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to wear suits to work.
Why not?
I think I'm going too far.
Throw a suit on.
Come in here under 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Full,
once a week.
Like we did when Jay-Z came in. Yo, if we were to go back, we did that like 8 years ago, 7 years ago. When Jay-Z came here, if I was wearing a suit 7 years ago, that suit, if you were to see it right now, style-wise, those legs are probably so big. Yo, Ciph.
I don't even remember what I wore.
If you see someone right now who obviously doesn't dress up often, who's over the age of like 25, 30, wearing a suit, if you look close, you know how bad it is? Like, the legs are so big. It's this weird thing where, like, the style changed within 5 years.
Yeah, of course.
5 years ago, your suits could fit whatever. Now, if your suit is baggy, you look so repug out here. You might as well be wearing a Pele suit.
Wait, how high are the pant legs on your suit? Like, how the break?
Hot. Look at these jeans. Look at the jeans that I just had tailored.
Your jeans got tailored?
Yeah, I get all my jeans.
Oh, there's fuck facery happening. Let me see this. Okay, yeah, that's high, man.
It's above the laces.
Yeah, no bag at all.
Nothing.
Okay.
By the way, why is Carl Ferguson having a full photo shoot next door instead of the guest being in here?
I don't know. I don't know who Carl Ferguson is.
Yes, you do.
Oh, Carl Ferguson, yeah. Photographer.
He said, I don't know who he is. No, that was 5 minutes ago.
Okay. What, they doing a photo shoot with Jadena?
Yeah.
Who's a classic man?
June.
I can't deal with these shoes.
Can you guys get him?
He's got a green shirt.
Jadena!
Some dark.
Carl, leave him alone. It's enough.
Jeans,
it's not Playboy. Let's go.
brown shoes.
You hear that? Is that disrespectful?
I only heard myself talking on the mic.
You didn't hear me yelling, it's not Playboy, let's go? I love photographers, but sometimes it's not, like, you're like, bro.
Yeah, just take a couple flicks. And let's
Just a couple. I know he's handsome, but for God's sake.
No, it was also because Ebro showed me the Sci-Hi the Prince.
I was going to say in the interview that the Sci-Hi song is the perfect accompaniment to your album.
Bro, I wish I made that shit.
It's a good song?
Yo, yeah, put on the...
Man.
What's up, my brother?
Yo, Jadena, have a seat. Put on the headphones. There's still headphones there? There are, right?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yo, Ciph, you didn't hear this yet?
No.
Listen, this
What
came
is
out...
this? Sci-Hi?
Yeah, so this weekend,
my God.
I saw this... So you hadn't heard it, so then I'm mad that I didn't get to be the one to tell you about it.
Man.
You didn't see... Remember, you saw Sunday, I tweeted, I said, I have new music from Jadena, blah, 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 and Sci-Hi the Prince. Here's the Sci-Hi record. I heard it the same time I heard Jadena's album.
Oh, my God. I can't.
What year is this?
That's what I said. And Ebro tried to clown me. I was like, it sounds so 90s.
Yeah.
It sounds
but it's like so really
Illmatic.
good.
Illmatic, yeah.
Now, right before Illmatic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What was that song he had right before Illmatic? Halftime.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels like 91, 92.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Curious George.
Imagine if all the rappers were to get with all the athletes, our activists and actors for a conference in Zaire to meet with all the ambassadors in the motherland. Tell them we coming back for her America. Know if we leave to be a massacre. Zimbabwe will be full of drug dealers.
Was he always like this?
Smoking brassica.
I think he's always like dabbled in like the righteous kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I never heard like...
No, I mean like boom bap-ish.
Yeah, he's always been pretty boom bap.
I don't know anything about him. I
He
just
could
know
write,
from
he could
Kanye.
write to any. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I know him to write. Also, the trap records too, right? But I think his core is this.
Is that?
Yeah, and he's been aware and woke, but that shit is like
I gotta check that out.
imagination.
That shit just sounds so hard when it comes in. It feels so 90s great.
What is that from again? What label? I
have
think
no
I saw it in
idea.
my email.
I didn't see it from label. You tell me. I got it on Enough's website. That heavy
That shit
hits.
is like fucked up my whole day in a great way. Like I hear shit like that, I just get
Yo,
like,
but can you imagine for me the vibe? Because I heard it the same day as your album.
Oh,
so it
my
was
God.
a perfect.
So you were just in
I was in
there.
the zone. I was in a real
bro,
zone.
like oh my God, that shit like fucked me up.
Yo,
That-
Ciph, have you listened to Jadena's album yet?
No, I need
Ciph.
to.
It's
I
you're
did
gonna
a
feel
show
X
with him.
Plan.
I did a show with Jadena, early title show.
That was early.
I think Webster Hall maybe.
Yep.
And I was like, we got who's the other kid that performed
before?
The underground kid, yeah. Fuck. I forgot. One of them underground kids.
Okay.
I think he's from the West Coast. Anyway, and Snoop was there, right?
Yep.
So he went after the underground kid. Fuck, you know who it is.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So Jadena goes, I go, okay, this will be quick. He's going to do
Classic,
a
man.
song. Yeah, a song and a
times.
half. I was going crazy. It was the dopest set I saw in years, yo. Rock, when you rock to songs you don't know,
I know.
that performer is rocking.
Right.
That's what I call an away game.
Yo.
No
You
one,
know what I mean?
when
So
people
like
don't know
when
the
I
song.
was
when
there
I'm
for
in front of
sound check,
people,
yeah.
and it's been away games this entire time.
Yeah.
And I haven't really performed the album since the album's been out, so it'd be nice to have some home games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like
to have a home game.
All I see is people like this just staring at me.
And well, here's the thing. It's
but
expected.
they be rocking,
Yeah.
Right.
just trying to figure it out. Like, oh,
If they do
it
that,
takes a second to figure out. Because
so
like,
what do
I
you
was
do?
there-
Hold on. So real quick, what's your when you have an away game over the last few months?
yeah.
Give me your normal set. I have the album here. I have Classic Man here.
Yeah.
I have Long Live the Chief here. So what will you do?
It goes. Chief don't run. We come out to that.
Chief Don't Run, which is this one. Give me a little
Yeah.
taste. So this is how you come out.
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
Do you let it build like this, the actual
Yeah,
intro?
yeah.
And you talk a
The
little bit?
whole intro. The DJ George 2.0, or if Nana Kwabena was with me, they introduced me right there, and then this little Lion King voice comes in.
Because I want to give our Juan Epstein listeners a little taste of the music. It feels fantastic.
It's fire.
Okay. Is that
So
like
I
your
was-
early origins of hip hop, or is that
Nah. See, I like my hip hop evolution is funny because I was in Nigeria for the first 6 years, and
Right.
so I come here in the '90s, and I've only listened to Michael Jackson and Bob Marley my whole life, right? And then
where you were in Nigeria with your family?
yeah,
And
yeah.
your dad, what was your dad?
My dad was an engineer and a professor. He was a computer engineer.
Okay.
So he built the first African commercially produced PC.
Okay.
That was his claim to fame. He was working his ass off. And then we leave because our family had some trauma that happened, which I talk about on Bull's Tale in the album. We were, kidnapped, robbed. I was shot. And then,
Wow.
and then my mom was like, all right, let's go to.
You were shot?
Yeah.
At
I
4 years old?
I was 5. Yeah.
And where'd you get hit?
In my foot.
And your dad is Nigerian?
Mm-hmm.
Your mom also is Nigerian?
American. My
mom's
mom is a quaint Midwestern lady from Wisconsin.
White or black?
White.
White. So your
Yeah,
mom
yeah.
is.
So she was out there listening to Fella. Stayed out there for a while.
Fella actually didn't. He wasn't like Nigerians didn't like him.
Oh, really?
Until the international.
Yeah.
He wasn't like the guy.
Yeah.
Like he was known as the rebel revolutionary dude, but he wasn't like at the barbecue. You weren't playing Fella at a barbecue the way
Okay.
like Medina will bump
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? So he became popular later. So we were, she was out there, my pops, and then, after that, she's like, let's just go to the U.S. and I don't really want to deal with this kind of thing. Even though this can happen, you can get shot anywhere.
Yeah, of
especially
course.
now with mass shootings. So it's not particular to Nigeria. But so we moved, and my brother put me on a group called Tribe Called Quest.
I like
they're
that.
pretty good.
I've heard of that group.
Yeah,
they're good.
and I moved on from there to like Nas, Jay. That was my generation's era. We were, and it's a different era. Like the way we produce music then, like, and I was talking about this recently. It wasn't like vinyl and like beat machines. It was like old compact computers and e-machines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all remember those, and like 56K modems, and that was like our rig and sound recorder just on a regular PC. We would take the scrappy PC and then make beats off that. That's
What were
how
you using what? Like what were you even?
the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't even know.
It
So
was
you know
a
there's a
tap
thing?
it.
Yeah.
You know that?
we tap
Yeah.
it, and then Fruity Loops, of course, was free, and you could hack it, and you could boost it up, and people still do it to this day.
So we're talking like late 90s now into 2000s?
Yeah, late
Around that.
90s. And I was soaking up, all the rappers at the time, the Biggie, the Pac, mainly like pop rappers. But then there was random dudes like Royce the 5'9", Core Mega, like guys like that I like. A lot of Queens rappers, because I was in the Boston area. So Queens was like, that Queens, they like the streetwise guys. So I loved all that. Oof. Yeah, like this. I love this.
Because I knew if he said Royce at that time.
I can't believe you just put that up.
Because
it was that kind of thing. Then that was the Eminem era. But, I was growing up soaking that in. And when I was in high school, I formed my first rap group called Black Spades. You've been righteous forever. You've been on this. Were you talking about righteous stuff back then? Yeah, I was. But, probably more so than I am now.
Wow, really? You were even more militant back then?
Yeah. I took over
that's what happens.
We took over the school assembly. Like, you know why? Because I watched a movie in the 90s that changed my life, Malcolm X.
Yes.
And he became the man, and still is to me in my life, like the quintessential man that I admired.
Your physical appearance is based off of him somewhat, correct?
There's definitely influence. I kind of mix and swirl everything, but he was a huge inspiration. And Denzel, just in general, right? So that changed me, and I took over a school assembly one time because I was receiving, and the school was people of color in our school were receiving all these racist threats. There was a nigger on the bathroom stall. I was the varsity basketball captain at my school, and one time my homies from where I lived came to just play a pickup game before practice, and security guards came in.
Was it a private school?
Private school.
Okay,
right. I moved from public school to private school.
Yeah.
And thank God and my mom. So we're there. Security guards come in, ask for the IDs. And I'm like, I'm in basketball shorts, bro. Like, my wallet's in the locker room, and they kind of laugh like, yeah, right, yeah. You get against the wall, throw us up against the wall, search us. And then they're like, you don't have an ID. You are not the varsity basketball captain. And these are guys I see every day walking into that gym, and they escort me off. I'll forever remember this. There's a hill, and for those in Boston, I'm talking about Milton Academy. There's a hill.
What part of Boston is this?
This is like right out. This is the first suburb right outside of Boston.
Called?
So I was it's Milton.
Milton was the
town. Yeah. So I'm going to go to that school. I had to go in a trolley stop called Mattapan Square. The nickname of Mattapan is Murder Pan. I go on that trolley to get to Milton. So I'm there. To walk off the school, there's a hill and it dips down. And there's a white picket fence. And these guys stood on the top of the hill and told me, they walked me to that hill and then made me walk alone and said, go past that white picket fence and never come back here.
What?
And that was, so I brought that, I told my mom about it. I was like, I just got kicked off campus. I went back the next day and just organized this whole revolt to fire the security guard and take over school assembly.
What do you mean take over? Like there was an assembly already going on.
There was school regular morning
and
assembly.
Bum rushed.
And we bum rushed and kicked the principal off the stage. Took the mic. I gave a speech. We organized all the senior class to walk out that day. So we cut school.
In one day? In one afternoon you did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was one day. So that was like.
So did you, in order to do this, the school was mostly white?
School's mostly white.
So you got the white kids to understand, and people got on your side immediately.
You know how it is. Like you bring up one issue, and then everybody else got issues. So it was like so you got black kids, the brown kids, the LGBTQ community. You have women. Like so, basically everybody who Trump has offended. Yeah. We had them, and that was the majority of our class. It was like super liberal class. So. We took over that, and that was one of the hallmarks and landmarks of me in high school. But that's the kind of shit Black Spades is on.
Okay.
So I was definitely talking that shit on that album. But it's the first record I ever produced, executive produced. I did 21 songs, 30 days. And
was it still with some of the same people you with now, or no?
I'm still cool with everybody, but
not the same music.
No. Everybody, a lot of them went different paths.
Kids, jobs, etc.
Did the guy get fired?
Yeah, I got him fired. First, they were like, just suspended him. I said, no, I want him fired. So it was great. I had people I learned in that school. I had people in the school, the class president. I had everybody in my pocket.
Yeah.
So I learned in that school how to operate. I had a professor who was a white, blonde hair, blue eye dude who taught an African American history course. Yeah. They should have never let him teach me that. That's when I learned from that dude. I learned black history.
He taught you all this.
Right.
He was a hippie dude, man. Mark Hilgendorf, loved that dude to death. But that guy changed my life. But he was my ally. and shoot, I'm probably gonna get this dude fired right now. But he was my. They've been trying to fire this dude for a minute. But he met with us at night, like secret meetings, held his classroom open for us.
Wow.
So I learned like in high school. So imagine that, right? And I'm growing up in an era like I'm seeing Jay-Z become an entrepreneur. I'm seeing Nas invest and rise up.
Yeah.
And then, of course, years later, President Barack Obama. But I'm soaking all this in. So by the time I leave high school, college, I'm at Stanford, and I leave, I understand how to navigate the world. So I spend the next 10 years before this album's dropped.
Yeah.
Just doing kind of what I did in high school, you know.
So how did you, well, real quick, I just wanted to play this because if you don't know this song, you would love it. And if you do know it, you'll be happy to hear it. You should have played this for the security guard. So tell me if you agree. Do you know this song, Jadena?
No, I don't. Who is this?
Shabazz the Disciple.
This is Shabazz?
Yeah.
Oh, you bringing it.
When I'm in my most white-hating moods, this is what I listen to.
As I embellish, mentally I nourish. Resuscitate a mind state that has perished. We shall inherit his blood and require back to earth. We rise out of spiritual darkness. 6,000 years
classic.
first.
That's classic, man.
Disciples bound to the midst of the
Bottomless Pit. Me and Ibra always quote this song because he says, the Caucasoid German. He's on some anti-devil shit right there. So real quick, to jump ahead in a huge way, because you got a dip in a minute, but how did you, so what was you're building as just an artist, what ended up being the Janelle Monáe Connect, which obviously helped change things?
So I and I don't tell the story actually this way. I summarize, but I'm gonna give you the real.
Please.
Our group Fear and Fancy was a social club that we organized partially because we wanted to change culture, also looking at the roots of hip hop. We were trying to really bring it back. And we made this thing called Masquerade Ball, was where you dressed up like with some ball shit, but you would put a full mask of face paint on your face, and you were allowed to stare at people. The reason why we did that is because I saw Facebook before the entire world because it was given to Ivy Leagues and Stanford kids.
Right.
So I saw the effect that social media had early.
Where were you in school?
I was at Stanford.
You were at Stanford.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, people are really self-absorbed and they screens more. I'm seeing that quick.
Yeah.
So I made like anti-Facebook, MySpace songs, even though I was on both of them. And then we made this thing called Masquerade Ball so people could look at each other's faces instead of the screens. So we did this every year in East Palo Alto, Oakland, California, all in the Bay. And the second year we were like, we need an artist to rock with me. And that we went on MySpace and there was this woman named Janelle Monáe. We was like, man, she's cold. So we invited her over, her first time doing a show in California.
This is pre-Diddy? This is
pre all that. They were probably talking to him at the time, and Big Boy obviously had worked with her, but she was not famous at all. So we brought her over. Wonderland was there, and Fear and Fancy and Wonderland connected. We've been friends for years, almost 10 years to the date. So after a while, we were like, Janelle Monáe, Nate Wonder, Chuck Lightning were like, yo, we got to put you on in a real way. And so they made it happen, stuck true to the promise, and here I am.
That's beautiful. So you just happened to be real homies, and they happened to get signed and blow up.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
It
was real homies. We watched them, their success, and it was great to see. We never tried to be like, hey, can you put me on? You know what I'm saying? Just cool, chilling, and then boom, boom, man. It just happened one year. Janelle was like, yo, we got to do this thing called the EFIS, and it was a whole little boot camp kind of thing. We all slept on the floor in white tunics, and they have grass at Wonderland, instead of carpet. So it's like a magical place.
Where is it?
It's in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, okay. Yeah. Oh, at the studios.
Yeah,
at one of the studios.
And the beautiful thing about Atlanta that I love is there's some weird, the peculiar people come from there, like the outcasts, if you will, right? And then you also got straight street trap shit.
Yeah.
So I love the blend of that.
Blend,
I need that in my life. Right? I feel weird if I'm out of the hood too long. Yeah. I don't like that. In the same way, if I'm in the hood too long and I don't have a somewhat educated, sophisticated conversation, that fucks me up too. Yeah. I need both because I am both.
Mm-hmm. We thought that seems to be a big theme for you, is operating in the midst of multiple worlds.
Yeah, man. That's why the album sounds like that. It wouldn't be an honest album if I didn't have blending of genres. If I didn't have a song like Some Kind of Way, which is like a Brazilian rhythm, but like, you know, somebody would classify it as world pop, and then go into a song called White Niggas. That's my
awesome,
real life. Like, it's like boom bap shit. If I don't have both, it's not honest. If I don't have Bulls Tail, that like hardcore, I'm ready to kill a motherfucker. The two guys that I work with
that your team. Like,
yeah, my team, and then Nate Wonder, Roman John Arthur. I got it. Yeah.
He was your DJ. Did he do Classic Man?
Yeah, he worked on that with Nate Wonder and Roman John Arthur.
I'll tell you, this one's crept up on me too.
Oh, this is my shit.
Things I do.
The album's called The Chief. It's out right now. Go on iTunes and cop it.
The lady ain't a tramp, just cause she bounce it up and down like a trampoline. Just cause she bounce it up and down like a trampoline.
Maybe.
Oh, that one feels.
I found a bunch of songs after that performance.
One of the funny, I should have known that I was going to like you a lot, considering how, in theory, played out Classic Man got. And if I'm out and hear this, I still love hearing this out, in spite of how big it got. Did this turn into a song you hated, or do you still love it?
No, I still love it. But ever since it was on Moonlight in the chopped and screw version,
shit, I forgot about that.
Joint is cold to me.
Have you seen Moonlight?
It's a screw version. First of all, great movie.
Yeah,
the movie's amazing.
Janelle Monáe's in it, Mahershala Ali, and then a bunch of great new actors.
It's amazing.
But so it's like one of the best movies I've ever seen. But besides that, they use Classic Man in it, but a chopped and screw version, bro. Really? I don't even want to do the regular Classic Man.
You got it? Did you
no,
get it?
I want it
get
exactly how. I need to hit up the producers of it, because I don't want to do. I want to screw my voice live and then just perform that version.
Bro, it feels so good. And I forgot about
it. It's like the dirty version.
I didn't know Janelle was in the movie because everyone was talking about her in Hidden Figures.
Yeah.
So when I saw Moonlight, and I was like, Janelle's in this too? And then, the double, my brain reacted again, because then you hear Classic Man, and it plays like the main character's driving, and it plays for a minute, then he stops, he goes in, and I love that they did this because it's a little detail that I appreciate. Yeah. It's like a really long scene sitting in a diner.
Yeah.
And he gets out, and he leaves the diner, turns the car back on. Song
right
keeps playing from the same part. And I love that shit, because it's a little thing that it seems like never happens in movies. All right, yo, I just wanted to make some time while you were here to do other stuff to have you on the podcast, but I'm very excited about this album.
Man, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
It is very, very, very good. Jidenna, the Chief, Ciph.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Music
it's gonna be week. It's your music for the week.
Hell yeah.
All right, Juan Ep,
we'll
be right back. Thank you, man.
Where are we going?
We're gonna take a picture with him and then do another episode.